The damage from Hurricane Helene in parts of North Carolina was so unprecedented. 8 months later, some places around Asheville still look like a disaster zone, and the lives here still in limbo question support from the federal government while sounding the alarm over proposed budget cuts.
So we're 18 feet
from the floor,
and
the water line's there.
Areas like this that would normally be bustling are eerily quiet and empty.
This parking lot would be full. It's May, so we'd be ramping up for the summer, which the summer is our major hitter.
Jacqueline and Mark Oliver own a communal space and gallery for woodworkers in the River Arts District, a corner of the community struggling to recover.
What are some of the biggest challenges right now as far as getting folks back into this space?
We can't open on an island, so we need infrastructure we need plumbing, we need water, we need all of these things that are out of our control.
We're going to get you the resources you need and the support that you deserve, and we'll be at your side through every step of the rebuilding, and no American is going to be left behind.
President Trump made those comments in January as he toured the area in one of his very first trips after the inauguration. But recently, FEMA announced an end to its 100% disaster recovery reimbursement for the state. Now it's 90%. An official from FEMA telling us in a statement the typical assistance is 75%, and that, quote, President Trump turbocharged the federal relief aid process to speed up delivering resources to those impacted by Helene and supporting their recovery. Governor Josh Stein appealed, his office saying he's still pushing for the full 100% match and that it will cost the state $200 million without it.
We're not in a game. This is life. And you're playing with our livelihood. Government is talking while people are working.
But it's not just funding for Helene's recovery that concerns people here.
We'll have a look at local news for you.
They fear critical tools for the next disaster are also on the chopping block.
It's roughly $330,000.
Laura Lee is the news director for Blue Ridge Public Radio, BPR.
Roughly 8 to 9% of our budget comes from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. So if that goes away, we have a layered financial problem.
This month, President Trump signed an executive order targeting cuts to NPR funding. But during Hurricane Helene, Asheville's BPR became a lifeline.
BPR's Laura Hackett spent time yesterday speaking with residents of Asheville waiting in line at grocery stores and water distribution sites.
We went from a news service right into public service, and most of our airtime was spent just helping people connect with things they didn't have. I mean, water, medicine, diapers, food.
Floodwaters and mud cut off entire communities, but the loss of power and communications left thousands in the dark.
So you really had to take your life in your own hands.
Shelly Anderson and her neighbors managed to stay connected the old-fashioned way.
If you don't have it charged up, you've got to crank it to get it to start.
A hand crank radio tuned to BPR.
I literally didn't want to hear anything else. I just wanted to hear, like, what's happening.
The White House press release around Trump's executive order says NPR and PBS have fueled partisanship and left-wing propaganda with taxpayer dollars, which is highly inappropriate. We reached out to the White House for comment and have not heard back. NPR's CEO responding to the order saying it's unwavering in our commitment to integrity and editorial independence and will vigorously defend our right to provide essential news, information, and life-saving services to the American public. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting also pushing back against Trump's order and tells NBC News it doesn't think the tax and spending bill the U.S. House just passed addresses CPB funding.
If you had an opportunity to say something to the administration right now, given the circumstances, what would you say?
I mean, I would say you could come visit us again. I mean, just see how much work there is to be done. The longer you wallow in this, it's more businesses are having to close their doors. We just need help, and we need cooperative help, all working together.
As the community struggles to recover from a historic disaster, calls for help still ring out.
And I've been back to Asheville several times since the disaster, and with each visit, I'm struck by just how much help is still needed. For example, the historic Biltmore Village, the main hotel there, reopened just a couple of days ago while surrounding restaurants and businesses are still closed. So this week, Governor Josh Stein has asked the General Assembly for $891 million to address the urgent needs, but also to offer some sort of stability with all this insecurity with federal funding. Yasmin?
It's really important to revisit the places that have been struck by these natural disasters, to continue to remind folks what they're actually dealing with every single day and to continue to deal with. Kathy Park-Forrest, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.